Hey guys, welcome back to another video on the channel. Today we're going to be talking about the top 5 most underrated Skylanders and the top 5 most overrated Skylanders. So without further ado, let's get straight into it. So starting off with the top 5 most underrated Skylanders, number 5 would be Ember. So Ember is a Skylander that I think a lot of people sleep on because she has a really powerful, really fast-paced moveset, but no one really dislikes her, but I also don't see people talking about it. So she's definitely a really powerful Skylander with some really fun fire-based attacks that I think a lot more people should try out if you haven't. Next up for number 4, I'd have to pick Punk Shock. Punk Shock is a really powerful Swap Force core, but I feel like the people who have her definitely think she's better than Riptide, the other water core, but just a lot of people don't really know how powerful she is because she is a bit on the rarer side. But if you do have a chance to get her, you definitely should and try her out because she has a really powerful, really fun moveset. My number 3 pick is going to be Bushwhack. Bushwhack is honestly probably my favorite or one of my favorite Trap Masters. He has, again, a really fun, really powerful moveset. He does a lot of damage with his axe, especially if you put him on the path that gives him new combos. He actually does a lot of damage and it's really fun to use his other combos. And both of his paths are fine. I would start with the axe one because it's more fun. But in general, this is a really fun Skylander to play, and I'll definitely recommend him for anyone picking up Trap Team. Next up for my number 2 pick, another Skylander from Skylanders Trap Team, that would be Deja Vu. Deja Vu is really slept on. I don't know why more people don't use her, but she has like very fast projectiles, and if you know how to use her well, then she can actually be useful in a lot of situations. Her vortex is good for crowd control, and her decoy is good for distracting enemies, and overall her attacks just do a lot of damage over time, and she's just super fun to play. And now for number 1, a Skylander who I think is super underrated and super overhated as well, is actually Crash Bandicoot. Now, he does not have a lot of health, and he could be annoying to use, and I thought he was bad until I started upgrading him more. But once you put him on the path that lets him throw out multiple barrels, he actually becomes very overpowered. Because once you have a bunch of barrels out and you just start spinning, no enemy can touch you. And paired with his dashing attack that lets him kick enemies, it's perfect for stunning medium-sized enemies and getting away from difficult situations. So if you know how to use him properly, then you could be unstoppable. Now for my top 5 most overrated Skylanders. And just so you know guys, this is my opinion, and my opinion is final, so if you do argue with me in the comments, I will delete your comment. That was a joke. Anyway, let's get straight into the top 5 most overrated Skylanders in my opinion. Now for number 5, this pains me to say it, but it is Wallop. Wallop is a very powerful Skylander, and he's one of the only 2 Trap Masters I don't have. He's definitely the one I want the most, because I've seen a lot of his gameplay. He's very strong and his attacks do a lot of damage, but the problem is that he's a bit overpowered and his moveset is very bland. He can smash with his hammers and he can throw his hammers. I feel like they could have done a bit better than that. And it is very powerful, but it's just kind of overpowered. So if you use it for a while, it would probably start to get boring. But he is still a good Skylander, of course. It's just, I think his moveset is not that fun to use. Now for number 4, another Trap Master with, in my opinion, a pretty bland moveset, who's just really overpowered in Trap Team, that would be Wildfire. Wildfire is good, he's strong, he's a lot of the times fun to use, but in my opinion, after you use him for a while, it starts to get pretty boring because his moveset is pretty basic, and there's nothing really special to it. Now for number 3, I'm gonna be choosing Tree Rex. Tree Rex is a very good Skylander with a good moveset and everything, but just I feel like he's a bit overhyped because at the end of the day, he does have like a good moveset for a starter Skylander. I get that, but it's just that a lot of people overhype it too much, and he's not better than a lot of other giants or a lot of other Skylanders. So for people to say that he's the best giant and stuff, I just don't really see where that's coming from, because he does have the most bland moveset and he's not really that powerful. He just has like a pretty boring play style, but I still think he's good, just a bit overhyped. Now my number 2 pick is going to be Chop Chop. He's just not that powerful, his moveset's not that good. His repos in the Series 2 repos is really good, but again, you really just spam one attack with the shield And his series 1, who we're going to be focusing on, his sword attack is very weak and leaves him vulnerable. And shield attack is pretty useless unless you have the series 2. So I just don't really see anything special about him, but a lot of people consider him to be like their favorite undead Skylander, and a lot of people like him, which I just don't think he's that powerful. My number 1 pick for the most overrated Skylander is going to be Stealth Elf. Now I get it, she's fast and she does pretty decent damage, but she is way too overhyped. She is not that good in most games after Giants, and she just doesn't even have that good of a design. Except maybe her reposes have a cool design, but I'm not really a big fan of Stealth Elf, and I think she's pretty overrated. Alright guys, so that's going to be it for this video. That was my top 5 most underrated and my top 5 most overrated Skylanders. Hope you guys enjoyed. Make sure to like and subscribe, and have a good day.